Hi everyone, Melissa here with Your Time Training. This video I'm creating specifically for my pregnant mommies out there. Now, when you're pregnant, there's obviously some things that you used to enjoy that you can't right now. Very well worth it, obviously, but sometimes it can be hard when you're used to having certain things or when you have to now limit certain things. So the first thing I want to talk about, which was a struggle for me, was my coffee. When you're pregnant, you either can't have caffeine or you have less caffeine. It's really up to your discretion and what your health practitioner tells you to do. But for me, I will have some caffeine here and there. Every once in a while I'll have a half a cup, every other day or something, now that I'm into my second trimester. But in my first trimester, I avoided it completely just because it's what I wanted to do. And for me, it wasn't always about the caffeine that I needed, but it was just that warm drink and just that habit that I had developed for having my warm drink in the morning. So what I found that was just so helpful for me, and even on like cold days and stuff, just to kind of warm me up, was taking some almond milk, some either unsweetened or sweetened almond milk, and putting in a little bit of some real cream, some sweetened real cream, and you're only using, a tablespoon, if that, just to give it a little bit of sweetness, especially if you're using an unsweetened almond milk, just to give it some flavor. You'll be surprised how sweet this can make it. Now, I'm not using a sugar-free because when you're pregnant, you want to stay away from artificial sweeteners. They're not good for your baby, and they're really ultimately not good for you either. So that is one drink that I love. So what I would do is I would combine the almond milk and the cream into my coffee cup and pop it in the microwave, steam it, or you can steam it on a stove top as well if you like to stay away from using a microwave. So really delicious. Check it out. Now, my next challenge that I had was just kind of like the social drinking. Now, I wasn't like a crazy drinker. I'm not talking about getting drunk or anything like that. I'm talking about just like a glass of wine or having a drink, at a social event. For me, once again, it was just kind of like a habit to be sipping on something. And when I first found out I was pregnant, this is my first child, and I did kind of go into this feeling kind of clueless. I've had to learn a lot from this. I was just thinking, oh great, I used to always have mixed drinks, and when I was drinking a mixed drink, I would pair it with like a diet pop or something. I actually don't prefer the taste of real pop. Not that diet pop or real pop is either good for you at all, but when I was having like a mixed drink, that's what I would use. And at first I'm like, oh great, I can just have my diet pop on the weekend. Come to find out, like I said, those artificial sweeteners are not good for you or for your baby at all. So I am avoiding them completely while I'm pregnant. So I felt like for a while that, all I could have was water, and I get bored with water. I drink a ton of water, but when I'm drinking to enjoy the flavor of something, I don't always like to pick water. So one thing that I found that I absolutely love is mixing some ice water with my lemon juice and 2 packs of stevia. Now, stevia is a natural sweetener. It is not an artificial sweetener, so you can have that while you're pregnant. So I just pour, whatever your desired amount of lemon juice is. There's really no exact recipe. And honestly, I don't always use 2 packs of stevia. I actually use 1 half the time because it's sweet enough, and it is so good. Now, even just for some variety, see right now I have my lemon water. You can even take some all-natural cranberry juice and just put a splash of that in as well. Mix it up, and you have another tasty drink. Now, the nice thing about this is because I'm using real fruit juices and I'm using just a little bit of stevia, it's not super sweet. And for myself, that's a good thing because I wasn't used to drinking super sugary drinks. Just like I know that if I'm craving a pop, everybody says, well, then just have a real pop with all the full sugar, and that's okay. I don't like it. So for me, I needed something that was a little bit less sweet. But if you like things sweeter, then add a little bit more stevia or a little bit more juice. So right there, those were some kind of like, I don't know, I guess I don't want to sound too extreme by calling it life-saving tips that I found, but when you're pregnant and there's so many things that you're cutting out of your daily activity and so many things that you may have enjoyed before that you can't necessarily do now, all for a good reason, but it's nice to be able to find some substitutes and some ways to kind of get through your day. Now, another great benefit about these drinks that I just showed you is that there are a lot of nutritional benefits to real cranberry juice, no added sugar, real lemon juice, nothing added as well. There's a lot of cleansing and anti-inflammatory components involved, and when you're drinking your almond milk, you're getting a lot of nutrition in that as well. There isn't any dairy. There's lactose free. There's all sorts of reasons why you should be drinking almond milk just in your diet anyway. It's a great source of calcium. It's giving you a lot of vitamin E. There's no cholesterol, no saturated fat. There's only one carb, very low in calories, so you don't have to feel bad about having this stuff either. This is all part of being healthy and being fit during your pregnancy. So I hope that this is some helpful tips for all of my pregnant women out there. Be sure to watch all of my other videos. You know, I am a fitness instructor, so I do a lot of workout routines as well, and I'm adding pre and postnatal fitness now to my channel. So be sure to subscribe and watch often because I'm adding things constantly. Ask me any questions if you have them, because I've just started a new question and answer type of video that I'm going to start doing every week. So I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.